Don't forget to subscribe to Gadgets 360 for more videos, reviews and features, and hit the bell icon so you know when we have a new video ready for you. Ever wondered what's the best camera in a smartphone today? Well, we certainly did, which is why we rounded up the top flagships of today to see which one really stands out. In today's test, we'll be testing the Samsung Galaxy S8, LG G6, Apple iPhone 7 Plus, and the Google Pixel. Taking a quick look at the specifications, we can see that all of them have similar resolution sensors ranging from 12 megapixel to 13 megapixel. The S8 has a particularly wide aperture for the rear sensor, which should give it an advantage in low light shots. The resolution of the front cameras range from 5 megapixel to 7 megapixel, with once again the S8 gaining a slight edge over the rest, at least on paper. We begin with a landscape shot in daylight, where we check for the usual suspects like chromatic aberration, barrel distortion, accuracy of colors, and the level of detail. The Galaxy S8 wins this round as it pulls off the best details and colors compared to the rest. We love how the details even extend to the buildings in the distance. The colors on the tree just before the library also look more natural compared to the rest. Coming in at a close second place is the Google Pixel, which does a very good job with details, and the foreground is better lit as compared to the LG G6. The G6 manages impeccable details in the bright areas of the image, but the foreground is a bit underexposed, thereby making the image look a bit dull. The iPhone 7 Plus handles details very well too, but lacks warmth, due to which the colors feel a bit muted. A macro test lets us see how the camera handles close-up textures and also which one offers the best bokeh effect. We found the Pixel to offer the best performance in terms of color accuracy and overall sharpness. It also has the smoothest bokeh effect of all, and there's no visible compression artifacts around the flower even at 100% crop. The G6 and the iPhone tend to boost the color slightly, which does make for an attractive image but isn't necessarily the most accurate representation of the scene. The S8 lags behind in this test as colors look a little too oversaturated, which is nothing close to the actual subject. A large aperture really comes in handy in low light conditions, and here the Galaxy S8 manages to inch ahead of the competition. It does overexpose the area below the clock slightly, but even with this, it has the best details compared to the rest, especially if you see the statue on top of the dome. Noise levels is also within check, and it doesn't really interfere with the finer details of our subject. We also like the results produced by the LG G6 here, as a slightly warmer tone of the image looks pleasing and level of details is also pretty good. The Pixel also produces very good details, although we couldn't really get a very sharp image compared to the rest. Finally, the iPhone also manages fairly good detail with little noise, but compared to the others, its neutral color tone lacks some punch. The Google Pixel beats all odds here as it manages to produce the best close-up under artificial lighting. The light metering is also handled very well, which gives us a pretty accurate representation of the scene. The G6 also fares pretty well in terms of sharpness, but it doesn't have a very pleasing color tone when compared to the Pixel. The S8 produces a well-lit image, but the boosted colors tend to muddy the finer details in the background. The sample from the iPhone pales in comparison with the rest, although it does get the details right. Despite the slightly cool color tone, there's no beating the sharpness that the Pixel produces with the front camera. It also has a much wider field of view, allowing you to get more in the frame. Even at night, the Pixel excels with metering the scene correctly around you while maintaining good details. The iPhone 7 Plus and Galaxy S8 have much warmer color tones, but the picture isn't as sharp as the Pixel. Both do well in low light too, with the S8 offering a much brighter image thanks to the wider aperture. However, light metering isn't the best here. The LG G6 produces a good picture too, with neutral colors, but lacks a bit of definition. We face a similar issue in low light too. All phones are capable of 4K video recording, and here we found the performance of the iPhone 7 Plus to be the best. Colors in the video look more natural and the motion is smooth when moving around without any intermittent jerks. All phones do a good job at stabilizing the video too, except for the Pixel, which we found to be a bit mechanical. The good news is that continuous autofocus works well for all phones. Low light videos shot in 4K do get noisy, but the iPhone still manages acceptable levels compared to the rest. After tallying the score, the one camera that really stood out was the Google Pixel. For stills, it's incredibly versatile for pretty much any shooting condition, and it once again proves that specs don't really count for much. If you shoot a lot of video, then the iPhone might be a better option here, as it managed to nudge past the others thanks to better stabilization and more accurate colors. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more videos right here, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.